Hey guys, welcome back to another audio or video. Today I wanted to talk to you about when God brings things to completion. And so God just recently brought something to completion in my life, and it was something that I was so uncomfortable with, something that I was so scared to do, something that I was just not for, but I did it anyways because I needed to be obedient to God. And it ended up being something that gave me so much purpose, that gave me so much joy, that gave me so much experience, and that really solidified what I love to do, which is social work and working with children and rehabilitation, and I loved it. And so it's been brought to completion today because I am leaving to university. If you've been catching up with the past episodes, I'm moving 4 hours away from my hometown, so there's no way that I could possibly attend this church anymore. By the way, I was in a kids ministries position, and so I just sat here, I'm sitting under a tree, and I was talking to God about how He brings things to completion. And if you're anything like me, sometimes I struggle with letting go of things, and those are usually really bad things. I struggle with letting go of people who aren't good for me, or I struggle to let go of a job that wasn't serving me any longer, but I've never really dealt with struggling to let go of a good thing. And this is something that gave me so much purpose. This is something that literally cured my anxiety in church. I got baptized in this church, so obviously university is only for 8 months, so then 4 months I can decide to return back here. But the truth is that the future is uncertain, and I don't know if I'm going to stay up in my university town, get an internship and get things going, or if I'm going to come back down here for 4 months to save money. And there's a multiplicity of opportunities waiting for me in my hometown, if or when I decide to return in 4 months. But for now, the future is uncertain, and so I was just talking to God about how He brings things into completion, and I was thanking Him for the grace that He gave me through this season, the grace that He gave me to lead a good life in this season, the grace that He gave me to push through the hard things, because it's been very uncomfortable. And a lot of the times I'm like, I'm nervous, I'm scared to do hard things. But when I look back into all that God has led me to do, and when I look back into all the things that I've put my hands towards, I am so strong and I am so brave, and I can do uncomfortable things. And a lot of us look at ourselves and say, well, I can't do this, well, I don't like doing this. But there's a difference between not liking to do something but doing it anyways. And so a lot of us don't give ourselves enough credit for how much we really go and take those hard steps. And that's why there's a difference between people who are happy and people who are sad, people who are poor and people who are rich. A great example I have is my mother. She's been a personal service worker for about 25 years. She's been working at a particular company for about 15 years, and this company's not good for her. There's so much gossip happening within the workplace. She doesn't get the number of hours she deserves. For a personal service worker, she's not paid what she deserves. This job is just not good for her. And I don't know what it was, but something in my mind, I forgot that adults could change their job, because a lot of adults stay rooted in one job because it's comfortable, and that's why a lot of us are miserable all the days of our lives. That's why a lot of us are still poor, or still struggling, or still working paycheck to paycheck, because we don't have the bravery and we don't have the willingness to get up from a comfortable and familiar place and place ourselves somewhere else, to sit at a new table. And so my mom is just 100% living way below her means. And again, when people say your purpose is connected to other people, that is not a joke. My mom could be making $100 an hour, and that would help us, her kids, because we are connected to her, and that would open so many more avenues and opportunities for us. But she's staying at a job that it pays good, but it's not what she deserves, because she has 15 years of experience, and she's staying here and she's not getting the treatment she deserves, and she's not getting the hours she deserves, and it's overall not a good place. But she's known all her clients for all these years. She's everybody knows her. She knows how to do everything all over the office, and so she's scared to leave this one place. But because of her indecision, it affects the people connected to her. And so my mom could get a whole new job, get paid what she deserves, get the hours that she wants, and she even got an interview for a job that was paying so much, and her excuse was, oh, well, the job is, an hour away or 45 minutes away on the highway, where my other job is 15 minutes away on local road. I don't want to drive all that time. And I'm like, the hourly rate you get from your job right now couldn't even fill up a whole tank of gas. But this job is 45 minutes away. You get $100 an hour, and that could fill up your gas tank times 2. And so what I'm trying to say is we shy away from making these decisions, and we're so afraid of change. And what I'm realizing is we're not just afraid of change, we're afraid of good change. Like, that's the crazy part. We're not just afraid of bad change, we're afraid of good change as well. And it keeps us stuck for so many years. And I always hear my mom complain, I hate that I can't go out and do nice things for myself. I hate that I can't walk up and, go on a trip. And I'm like, you can do that. You have all the accessibility to do that. You are the one holding yourself back. And so in my case, it was something that I was so scared to start, but God is a God of his word. And he says, if I start something, I will bring it to completion. He says, if something happened to you, vengeance is mine. He said that he is faithful to fulfill all the promises he's made to us. He said that he will never leave us or forsake us, and he will be with us to the very end. And so God is faithful to bring his promises to pass. God is faithful to keep his word. He said he's not like man that shall lie. He is faithful to do those things. And so if you're afraid to make a change, whether it's a good change or whether you think it's going to be a bad change, no matter what road you take, no matter what detours you take, know that you serve a God that is faithful enough to bring every single thing that you need to completion.